That's why I like to go to, man. You can just throw them on.
Well, I got like 4 sets, brother.
For real? See, I really got to talk to you to figure out how to get.
I brought mine with me just in case. I was like, because I was looking at the channel, I was like, should I bring mine? I know because I got to get you on my show.
Yeah.
So I was like,
he ain't had no faith in me, y'all. He ain't had no faith in me. Yeah.
No, I'm always prepared. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I'm always prepared. You never know what you're walking to. And then I was like, dog, how you gonna edit? How you gonna put it out there? Mm-hmm. So I'm always overthinking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Nah.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? We live. Welcome back to another episode of the Fire Never Dies podcast, where no candle loses its flame by lighting another. And today I have with me Shawn Maxwell. Yeah. Listen, man, he don't sing. Different Maxwell, but he does make amazing videos. What else do you do?
What I do, I teach marketing and branding. I go around working in the beauty industry and some in business, really. And all I do is help them put their content together, show them how to move it, how it's going to work with them, how to tell their branding story.
Okay.
So that's really what I'm doing. More like a branding, marketing, consulting guy.
Okay.
No, what you want to say?
How did you get into that? Was that first, or was cinematography and videography first?
Cinematography and videography was first, but I went to school for business.
Okay.
So I graduated with at Livingstone College with a business degree, and so I was like, I need to do something with this business degree. But I always been into films, like ever since I was a kid. Working with my dad, I'm not gonna say I'm working with him, but basically working with him. I'm a military brat. And he used to work at the movie theater on base.
Okay.
So I used to be in a projection room with him because that was a part-time job.
Oh,
so I go in the projection room with him, and then he was like, basically, if this thing happening, and that's when they was on film. Everything digital now, but it's film. If this happening, you need to splice it, stamp it, and hit go.
Yeah.
And I was like 7 at the time, so I was like, all right. But my first movie at the movie theater was Mississippi Burning. So I was watching Mississippi Burning. I was like, yo, that's dope how they told that story. I think this is what I really want to do.
Yeah.
So I've been interested in filming ever since then.
The storytelling aspect is what drew me to it as well. Like just the idea of creating any kind of video. I'm hanging with friends, podcasting, event recaps, all of that. Like it's all used to tell a story.
Everything has a story. You know what I'm saying? Y'all putting that sign right there has a story. De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley had a story. Everything has a story. This whole boxing ring y'all got was created from somebody's vision, and that story came to life.
Yeah.
Now y'all have a lot of people in this gym. Y'all have people cutting hair. Y'all created more stories by that and more content for that. So y'all giving people life here. You know what I'm saying? So everything has a story. It just depends on how you want to tell your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the interesting part, taking something from the ground up where nobody else can see, and then flipping it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's big, man. That's really how we all got here. Honestly,
right?
It just came to me. It was like it came from above. Hey, he just broke down life.
Right.
Yeah, man. So you're not from the Middle Georgia area. You said you were from.
Well, my parents both retired. They both military, Army.
Okay.
Both my parents. My family's like a generational military family.
Okay.
So they both retired in Columbia, South Carolina.
Thank you all for your service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they both retired in Columbia, South Carolina. So I ended up going to school there, finishing out high school up in there. So that's the last place I call home because they still there. My brothers and them sisters still there.
Okay, yeah, so that's where the family's at.
Yeah.
So I really want to get into this branding stuff. Coach me. What you think I should be doing a little bit more better, brother?
As far as what? As far as the podcasting or the business or
Yeah, just from what you've seen, because I know we haven't really gone too in depth on it.
Right. I mean, so far it's just more so just going to be with you being consistent and figuring out what you enjoy about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And once you figure out what you enjoy doing and the story you want to tell and want people to see and you're comfortable with it, then it's going to be about how you want to present it. So, for example, the gym, right? We just sat there and watched some guys out there boxing. You're real passionate about that. You get what I'm saying? And you have an opportunity to individually podcast with a lot of these kids that come through here. Give them hope, give them something to look at, and they can be getting. They're gonna be your word of mouth too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you can tell, like, there's 4 kids over there just lifting weights, 4 in the ring swinging. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're passionate, definitely passionate. So, I would just say, figure a way to be consistent at what you're doing now, and how to incorporate what your passion is at the same time. Both of them, your passion, I got that, but your real passion is out there. You see what I'm saying? So, trying to figure out a way to incorporate that, and then figure like, oh, okay, I can do both. Like, I can work this content and getting this out there. And never they just talk about it. I mean, it's easy to talk about it. I can tell. I mean, we was out there laughing and joking. We can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, and those are actually moments that not just me, but we all should probably film more of. Just when you're laughing and talking, watching something happen, and it turns into content.
Man, because if I was in the gym. And with all this going on, man, I'd have had 3 or 4 cameras on the ring, 2 pointed at us, and had one of the little kids just follow me. I'll be like, hey, man, I give you $5. Just follow us real quick. And then just chop all that up and then put it out there.
Do you teach people, like, how to create content for themselves?
I do.
So they, how would you... Because I want to ask for the viewers, because a lot of people, for the most part, they feel like content is a chore or a headache. How do you tell your clients?
So what I first do, right, and I know it's going to sound funny to a lot of people, what I first tell them to do is, depending on the client, most of my clients, or if I'm teaching new students, go watch Reading Rainbow. Remember that show, Reading Rainbow?
Yeah, I remember it like vividly. That's what I'm about. The guy would be on the beach and stuff.
Right, and he'll sit in there and read.
And he'll open up a book, look.
But pay attention on how engaging. And my thing is, watch how engaging he is, right?
Yeah.
Watch how he tells the story. Watch how he draws you into the story. Listen to his breathing pattern. Listen to actually how he switches up his tones depending on the character, right? So all that goes into how you're going to create your content.
Right.
Because if you can understand how he can keep you engaged by reading one book for 30 minutes, you'll learn how to keep your people in front of that camera engaged. Because he'll be like, oh, that's Johnny walked down the street. But you're learning how to engage and tell that story. You know what I'm saying? So now when you get in there, now you go to the gym or come over here. You walk in the gym, as we first enter, you set your intro up, right? Now you're starting to be like, all right, we got a new guy coming in the gym today. He's wanting to learn how to box, but this is what it's going to take for him to box. Now you're looking at his perspective on why he came to the gym, and now you're engaged with him. You get what I'm saying? He's telling you, look, I just want to learn how to defend myself. I don't want to be out here in these streets. I'm only 14. I don't want to be bullied. You're like, you don't have to be bullied. This is what we can teach you to keep your hands up, keep from getting hit. And we're teaching you not to fight, but to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And then at the end, be like, so what did you learn today? Well, I learned this and that. And exactly now, in that one little guy, you done created a whole book of a story that you can tell on what just happened that transpired from the moment he walked into the door from the moment he leave. And you can learn that literally by watching Old Boy on Reading Rainbow. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back and watch some, man,
but you just got the story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I do like it's almost like studying film for me. Like I sit up and I watch like old speeches or just old interviews that I might remember from back in the day or something. Because that's how I grew up, like listening to a lot of interviews and conversation of the older people around me, like Russ Parr and Ricky Smile on them. So I always been into that. You said you was on radio.
Yeah, I did radio. When I first moved to Macon, Georgia, I used to get on 89.3 Ride and Dirty show with Vic XL. We used to get on in the morning, and then me and my partner, we got on 94.5, The Star. And we was on there. That was our show with 94.5, but I was also assisting with 89.3.
Okay.
But we was on 94.5 Star for about a good year and a half, 2 years strong. That's before Instagram and all that popped up. So we was jumping off on Twitter. Like we was streaming at the time, but that's what streaming used to cost. Streaming is free now.
Yeah.
But it used to cost back then. We grew up following our fan base. I went from 0 on Twitter to like 16, 17,000 real quick because we was on it. And then one day, me and my partner showed up to get ready for our show because we done hyped up. We had some people coming through for the interviews. We done hyped up this whole show. We got everybody tuned in, and we got to the door, and the door was locked. You know what I'm saying? I got a key now. Yeah. I can't even get my key to work.
So they changed the lock.
They changed the lock and everything. The dude didn't even tell us that he wasn't paying the bills, and the building and the landlords came in, shut operation down.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't picking up his phone. So me and my partner, we there waiting. The other host that was before us, they was there waiting, and the host after us we was all there sitting there like, what's going on? And he went, and the owner went picking up the phone. Then come to find out he wasn't paying his bills. He contacted us like a week later talking about he got another spot, going to do the radio. And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lead me to disappointment.
Right. Before. Got everybody out here.
What did you do after that?
After that, that's when I ended up working with some artists. I started working on some record deals that with Universal and Sony. End up shooting a movie.
You got a real interesting background, man. How you find yourself in these situations?
What happens is usually somebody around me that be like, hey, man, I think we should do this.
Yeah.
And I'm not the dude that's going to wait. So if I want something, I go straight to the source. So my brother, he's an engineer. He went to school for engineering music.
Okay.
And he was like, I got 2 or 3 artists. He ain't know what to do with it. I was like, well, shit, why you just don't call Universal? He's like, you just don't call Universal? I was like, why not?
Right, why not?
So I made contact. I made contact with a lady named Lisa. And I just started chopping up with her. And she was like, well, this is what I can give you. I can give you a distribution deal. I can give you this much up front. And I can give you this so you can make that happen. I was like, well, while I'm on the phone with you, I also shoot movies too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me go ahead and sprinkle that in there too. Yeah.
And she was like, all right, let's see what we can do. Then I got my partner, Big D. He out in LA. His brother, his partner works at Lionsgate also. So Big D was like, yo, let me go ahead and put you in plug with my brother. He works at Lionsgate. He's one of the lawyers there. And man, we've been chopping it up ever since.
That's amazing, bro. So really just off the strength of relationships.
Yeah, really. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not being afraid to make that call.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Not being afraid to be like, I don't know, but I'm going to be the one I'm going to find out. Like, all you got to do is ask a question. And
you always been like that? Like, just to grab it by the horns and go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid.
Yeah. Has it ever been you in the butt?
All the time. All the time. That's the fun part. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if I can't get an answer from you, somebody knows.
Somebody, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a boss.
Persistent.
So now I'm pissed that you said no. All right. Who above you? Who above you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it always bites you.
Yeah.
But if you let that shit happen, then you ain't want it in the first place.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But it all started with somebody asking me a question or trying to figure it out. And I like to eliminate excuses. So I'll be like, all right, let's try this shit. You said it right. Eliminate the excuses.
Oh my gosh. That's everything. And once you eliminate then it becomes accountability, but that's where you want it to be at.
Right.
Exactly where you want it to be at. Yeah, brother, man. You talking good, brother, man. I'm glad we're doing this, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna need some mentoring after this.
But it's real though.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really glad that you did pull up on me. That's why I asked, have you always been like that? Because when we was setting it up, you was like, shit,
why wait?
Yeah, I asked him. I said, when you want to do it or whatever, and he was like, let's do it ASAP. Pretty much, like. I think he really wanted to say right now instead of this weekend.
I would have said right now, but you said, I was like, shit, we can do it today or tomorrow. He was like, I'm ready on weekends. And I was like, all right, well, shit, this weekend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's only because during the week I be here, and I also sometimes I might travel up to Atlanta and go to Columbus or something like that. But yeah, man, shit, I love that energy because one of the guys that was mentoring me for a while, he said all the time, success loves speed. Like, if you want to be successful at something, don't procrastinate. Just do it.
And we all are habits of procrastination. Even the most successful people, they have moments where they procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you fight through your procrastination. Because there's some days you just be like, man, I don't feel like doing it. Even though you got a list of shit you got to do, you're like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. And when I get in them modes right there, when I don't feel like doing it, my go-to be like anime. Like I'll put on the anime for about 30 minutes and to an hour, and I'll be like, you know what? Let me get my ass up. You know what I'm saying? If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
It'd be so simple like that. Or my kids will walk in and be like, I thought you said you had to do something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, you're right. I got to do something. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But it be small things like that. It's just how you fight through your procrastination. Because we all are habits of procrastination. I don't care what nobody say. You have the moments where you just don't feel like doing nothing.
Absolutely. I've been pushing myself more to run more, like, because I don't. Yeah, I look a little. I probably look like a runner, but I do not like running whatsoever. I've always despised the fact that to be in, because I grew up playing soccer mostly.
Right.
So to be in shape for soccer, I have to run so much, 30 minutes before I even touch a ball. I didn't like that, but it's necessary for what I'm trying to accomplish.
Right.
So I like the procrastination fact. Like now as an adult, I will look at my shoes for an hour while they just not even on my feet. They just
right there, right?
Man, I gotta do this run. Is it gonna rain? I need an excuse.
The thing is, you just gotta put your shoes on. Like even when I go, like I wake up and be like, damn, I don't feel like going to this gym. I just gotta get there. Then once I get there, I'll be sitting in the back, like damn, for another 20 minutes. I just gotta get back out to that lobby. Once I get to that lobby, and then once I get into it, once you get into it, then you into it.
Yeah.
Then you're like, yeah, it was worth all this.
Yeah.
It took me an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once I get there, that's why I wake up at 6, knowing I'm gonna work out at 7 or 7:30. I know it's gonna take my mind. So I gotta meditate for 30 minutes all the way to the gym. I'll probably put TD Jakes on or something like that. And just listen for 30 minutes, just 30 minutes. Then I get to the gym, sit in the parking lot, put my sneakers on for another 20 minutes. Then I walk in with my bag. I got my C4. I go in the back. I sit there for another 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, then somebody always just walk back there. Let's get it, big man. It's time to go.
Let's go.
Like, all right.
Yep.
And sometimes that's why it's important to even have an accountability partner, whether they in your field or not. It's just somebody that's going to just motivate you, like, hey, get up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I have like superhero moments where I text like people I do business with or people in business when I get up in the morning, be like, hey, let's get it going. Let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? What's your action plan for the day? Yeah. And they be like, damn, all right, I'm up. Let's get it.
People need that. I need that. We all need that. Like,
right.
It's I have a friend, Brandon Brown.
Right.
We do the he has a group APM. He told you like we all
I finally got on one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's our that's his joint, but that's our community. That's our accountability group per se. Like we really anybody every Monday is something going on. Like we got a call. We working on these points today, or what y'all doing today?
What we got going on? What's happening? Anybody need help?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's also great too for resources.
Yeah, but you need that sometimes though.
That's how we got
here. You really
here.
need that because sometimes that's all it takes is a word.
Yeah,
just somebody to give you a quick word to motivate you for your day. You know what I'm saying? And we all need it. We all need it. I don't care if you're successful, if you're not successful. It's always great to hear somebody just give you that extra boost that you need. And even pros, I mean, that's what basketball coaches are for, and assistant coaches are for, either football, any sport. That's what the coach is there for. They know you got the talent. You know you got the talent. But some days you just ain't into it. And all it takes is, get up, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody saying the right tone at the right time, a little fire.
Right.
A little pure fire. How do you deal with like slumps? Well, yeah, how would you not just the gym, but like in personal, like in real life, like outside of the gym business, when you just actually feel down?
So
what is your go-to?
I have moments like that, right? So we all have moments where you just feel like shit ain't going right, or you just kind of depressed. Rainy days. You know what I'm saying? We all have that. But I had I learned from somebody, and I can't remember where I got it from, like a couple of years ago. I put a box together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this box, I got my top 5 favorite movies. Like this be one of them things I just take the whole day to myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a box, and in the box, I got my top 5 movies. Then I got like a TV show series that, like a Martin or a Naruto or something like that in the box. I got Big Trouble Little China, movies that make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Big Trouble Little China, Show Enough, right? You know what I'm saying? Then I got a candle in there. Then I got my favorite CDs. Is most like, and I said CDs. No, I said CDs, right? Because I got a CD player. Because in my house, once my kids know I put this thing on, they know that I'm getting myself back together.
Okay.
So I got like Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Redman, stuff that I listened to in the '90s. That's in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got like magazines that I like to read or book I like to read.
Right.
And I would just take the whole day and go through that whole box.
Oh, man.
So once I go through that whole box, it's like refreshing. It gets me back to like, all right, get up, let's go.
Dope. I'm gonna have to put me together a box. I'm gonna have to put together a box. You said Jay-Z, Wu-Tang.
I got Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Redman. Who else in that box? Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, and
The Vibes.
Aquemini.
It was so crazy when you said Erykah Badu, and you was like, I was like, he got Outkast in there.
Yeah, there's Aquemini in there. Yeah, she is in there.
Dang, that is crazy.
And CD now.
Yeah.
I still got my CD Walkman.
Oh,
You know
and they ain't scratched?
Nah.
That is like
that's my box. Like
good condition.
Yeah.
So I had a question that just left me. That's what I was gonna ask. Did you see this is totally off topic as well, but I just want to know if you saw the top rapper of all time list.
Top 50?
Yeah.
I heard. I didn't really look at it and see who was all on there.
They gave Jay-Z #1.
That's about right.
You feel like it's just well deserved?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I'm a big Jay-Z fan.
And at the end of the day, to me, I like Redman. Like I said, I grew up in that era with Jay-Z and them. Once Biggie and Tupac died, I mean, Jay-Z took the rings and he ain't let go. Rockefeller, he ain't let go. It ain't like he's in his 40s, he still ain't let go. Mm-hmm. Like he's dropping decades worth of hits. He still ain't let go. Now think about all the rappers and artists. Well, LL too. But LL ain't making music no more.
Right.
So think about all the people that started before him or with him and where they are now. Really, only person that's left with him really is like Snoop. That's in the early 90s with him.
Right, yeah. When you really think about it,
Jay-Z is like 89, 90, between 89 and 93. Mm-hmm. Snoop 89, 93 around that area. Ice Cube don't make music no more. Dr. Dre he's producing. He's not rapping. Diddy, he haven't made music in a long time. So I'm just literally thinking about people in that era. Redman and Method Man, they ain't making music like that. He's into the acting thing, but all their music are timeless. So if I'm looking at that top 50, a lot of them ain't making music like that no more. He's about the only one that still make music and staying relevant with it and streaming his stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So
even got his own streaming platform to make sure it get heard.
It's well deserved. Like if you can't think of nobody in his time when he started like early 90s besides Busta Rhymes. Well, shit, Busta Rhymes still out there, but he ain't dropping music like that.
Right.
So think about Jay-Z and people that started in that era with him, and not the people that's after him, but the people that started with him and how long he continued. And if he drops or jump on somebody's album right now as a feature, the song takes off. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Andre 3000 and Big Boy and Outkast were still doing their thing, it'd be different.
Yeah.
Only person I would say, but he jumps genres, would be CeeLo.
Okay.
I would say CeeLo should be in that top 50 too. Yeah. But he jumps genre from singing to rapping. Lyrically, there's not a lot of people that can mess with CeeLo, in my opinion.
I believe that. I believe that. So we've really seen all the artists you named go through different transitions in their career. What do you see will be your next transition?
My next transition, probably doing more educational stuff. Doing more where people can download classes and get that, and really jumping into the shooting my own movies.
Okay.
Really sticking focus in. I got plenty of scripts written already.
Wow.
Now it's just time to start shooting it. And what's motivational is like my partners down in Miami, they steady shooting their series, and it's called To Each His Own. And they about to get it on Tubi. now, but they're motivational because I'm watching them. He'll call me like, "Yo, what you think?" So I'm seeing them, and I'm like, "Yeah, I need to go ahead and get back on my movie grind."
Yeah. What are you? You're gonna be kind of rapid fire. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What genre of movie do you think you'll be making?
I'm more so of the romantic side of movies, like love stories. I'm always, it's all about a love story to me because everything is a love story. I'm not into hate stuff. I'm not into killing. Maybe an action movie. I get into an action movie, but my thing would be like love story. I don't know if you ever seen a movie Photographer with Issa Rae and what's his name, Keith.
Ah, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I forgot.
It's something. I'm on that vibe.
Okay.
I love shit like that.
Okay.
Or comedy love story.
Let me know when you open up for auditions, man. I'm looking to get into acting and some stand up. Like I got friends that be telling me I need to do stand up and just try it out.
Try it.
I've always, like I told you, I've always been in the film. I think I might do a good job acting, man.
Try it.
I'm an entertaining guy.
I've been told I was funny too, so I don't.
Look, we've been laughing this whole time, dog. We've been laughing this whole. Matter of fact, we finna go laugh some more. Let the people know where they can find you at, brother.
You can find me at No BS Podcast on YouTube or Shawn L Maxwell or Shawn Maxwell Cinema. It's always gonna be Shawn Maxwell something, but that's where you can find me at mostly. Shawn L Maxwell, Shawn Maxwell Cinema, or No BS Podcast. That's where we at.
And that's Shawn SHAWN.
L and Maxwell like the coffee. To the last drop.